Don't expect to see graphic images on cigarette packages anytime soon. This morning, a judge blocked a federal requirement meant to show the dangers of smoking. The Food and Drug Administration had planned to require tobacco companies to start using these images next year, but the judge says cigarette makers will likely win a lawsuit claiming the images, which include a healthy pair of lungs next to the diseased lungs of a smoker, violate the Free Speech Amendment to the Constitution. Now, the requirement is now on hold until the lawsuit is resolved, which could take years. So what are your thoughts on this? Would these graphic images help put a dent in the number of smokers, or is it overkill by the government?
And Jim Sharp from 550 KFYI is our guest host today. And you predicted this. You thought for sure the government would overthrow this ad.
Well, it just makes sense. I mean, if you're going to take your own money and put out a message, I mean, that's what the First Amendment is. It's you speaking your mind, and if this is contrary to what you want to put out as advertisement, it's your packs of cigarettes. You're the one who's paying for the, not that I'm a fan of smoking and all this, but you know, you're the one who's paying for the packaging. You're the one who's paying for the product that's inside. I mean, that's just like you know, them taking over ABC 15 or KFYI and telling us what we have to broadcast.
I mean, as it is, they already are required to put a warning on their package stating the dangers.
Yeah, absolutely. And these were, you know, these are good graphic images. You know, these are ones you probably want to show your kids, but at the same time, I mean, it would be absolutely go against the First Amendment.
And so many people are arguing here, you know, what right does the government have to tell me what to do as far as smoking or not smoking, and then to take it to this extreme? Because these are graphic. If you haven't seen the images, we're not going to show them to you here, but they are very graphic.
They are. There's a guy with, you know, smoke coming out of a tracheotomy, and I mean, it's some nasty stuff. It really is.
I know in one picture there was a smoker having an autopsy. He was laying down and they showed his chest kind of stapled up. It was pretty, you know, graphic.
Okay, here's what you guys are saying when it comes to this ad. Heather Kerr writes, "Government, it is my decision. Stay," and she's shouting here, "stay out of my life. It really is none of your business in the first place."
Herman Bricado says if it did not work in Canada, what makes people think it's going to work here in America?
Bradley Cisco, "I think it would help reduce smoking, especially among kids. If I saw those images every time I pulled out a smoke, it would eventually get to me."
Well, Thomas Grant says, what would be next? Fat people on unhealthy foods, a bad liver, or images of DUI crashes on alcohol?
Yeah, and Herman Bricado, he had smoked for 16 years, he said, and he stopped smoking, and he's proud that he stopped smoking, but again, these images he felt were going a little far. However, if you were a young person thinking about picking up a cigarette, this could deter you.
It could. I mean, and to take it another step, I mean, do we want, as you mentioned, we're all parents here, do you want the image of the screaming kid with the dirty diaper too, you know, to stop kids from having sex? I don't know. I mean, where we're going to take this?
That is a good one, Jim. I'd like to see that happen.
Yeah. You have a lot more to buzz about. Should women take their husband's